like to welcome you to the opening of the nation's first Energy Institute High School. We are so excited about this opportunity. On August the 26th, the school doors will open to our first 9th grade class. Some of them are here today joining us. We have our teachers here that are here. We'd like to welcome you and thank you for coming. This has been a long time coming. The development of this school and the energy capital of the world, it's about time. And we're here today to celebrate what is a great new start for the city of Houston, for the students of HISD, and really for the nation. The idea of this high school was to really develop a personalized learning environment for students that are interested in science, technology, engineering, and math, and to specifically be able to connect them to the relevant real-world experiences that they're going to have once they graduate from high school in the fields of geosciences, offshore technology, and engineering. And we are so incredibly proud of the work that has been done, of the support that we have gotten from the industry, from our own school board, from our superintendent, and I, on a personal note, want to publicly say how proud I am of our school administration and our teachers and staff. It takes a lot of work when a school is developed and announced on April 12th to get the doors open and ready on August the 26th. It takes a lot of work. And so my hats are off to our school-based staff and all of our support staff. I do want to acknowledge that we have a group of individuals here today from across the country. One individual on our advisory board flew in from China yesterday to be here. One of the first steps that we did was put together an advisory board. And these are professionals in the energy industry that could partner with the school to provide us with feedback and advice and guidance as we develop this school. And I want to personally thank each of you for being here today. We had our first advisory board meeting this morning. It went very well. And so thank you to members of the energy industry for being here, and for all of your ongoing support and advice. At this point in time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Paula Harris, who is here from the HISD Board of Trustees, who will give a brief welcome. And I also want to welcome and thank Mr. Mike Lunsford, who is here with us today from the Board of Education. And thank you for being here, Mike.
Yes, thank you. On behalf of the HISD Board of Trustees, President Ms. Anna Eastman, who will be running in here in about 2 seconds, I do want to thank you. This is an exciting day. You know, you can say that sometimes schools and districts take on the quality and personality and the precise, I want to say, our lives, personal and professional. And I bet you can't find another school board in the state of Texas or in the country that has 2 petroleum engineers on the board. So myself, I'm a petroleum engineer from Texas A&M, also on behalf of Mr. Mike Lunsford, who's a petroleum engineer from University of Texas, or that other school down the road. This is a big day for us. We wish these children the best. These students, we want you to have exactly the things that we've gotten from this industry, from this city, from the folks that are here represented today. I wish you the success. I wish you spend the first 7 Christmases on an offshore rig like I did, logging wells. I definitely hope to see this type of introduction to this field this early will allow you the opportunity to see the world. As a little girl from Sunnyside, Texas, which is South Houston, I've been around this globe 2 or 3 times with Schlumberger, and it's been a wild ride. And to think that you will get the opportunity to be introduced to the technology, to the people, to the experts in the 9th grade is absolutely phenomenal. I think I heard about petroleum engineering my 12th grade year summer and said, I'm just gonna go to A&M and major in it. I wonder what they do. But You can see the posters, you can see the opportunities, and that's what HISD is about. As a board, we're about choice. Not that we're pushing our personal agendas, Mr. Mike Lunsford and I, but we in the whole city of Houston know that there's lots of opportunities. And just as we have the medical schools and the performing and visual arts and all of the other specialty schools, it is past time to have the first energy school. So I know it's going to be phenomenal. I've toured the school. I met your teachers who are absolutely phenomenal. Your leader is here ready to go for August 26th. And in 4 years, we'll all be sitting together again, counting your scholarship dollars, looking forward to these students adding to our industry and adding to the technological needs that we have. So have a wonderful, wonderful freshman year, a wonderful opening. On behalf of the school board, we are very excited and we are here to support. Thanks, Dr. Houlihan.
Thank you, Ms. Harris. At this point in time, I'm pleased to introduce Ms. Sarah Ortwine, who is the president of the Exxon Mobil Upstream Research Company. Ms. Ortwine is a native Houstonian and joined the Exxon company in 1980 as a drilling engineer. She has received numerous distinctions and serves on many boards, including our Energy Institute Advisory Board. And she'll be speaking today on behalf of the advisory board. So please welcome Ms. Sarah Ortwine.
Thank you, Dr. Houlihan, for that kind introduction. I know this day is greatly anticipated, thanks to all the hard work, commitment, and vision of individuals and community partners, many of who are here today. Special thanks to those representatives from the Houston Independent School District and the Independent Petroleum Association of America. On behalf of Exxon Mobil and the Energy Institute Advisory Board, I'm honored to be here to celebrate this special occasion with all of you. We are here today to officially open the doors to an important institute, the Energy Institute High School, which will serve as a specialized magnet program for students interested in pursuing careers in energy. Oh, if I had known about something like this when I was a student. And in doing so, we gather in support of a common goal, and that's to enhance the education of our next generation. We know that building a strong future for both Houston and the energy industry depends on developing the skills, the talents, and most importantly, the passions of our young people. That's especially true here in Houston, where HISD alone has more than 200,000 K through 12 students, all who have the innate potential to become scientists, engineers, or really anything they want in a growing number of fields. And the energy industry is front and center here in Houston. We all know that. So it's not only visionary, but it's appropriate that our city, the energy capital of the world, should be home to the nation's first school dedicated to the study of energy through a curriculum based in engineering, geoscience, and technology. A school that's focused on preparing students for careers in energy. At ExxonMobil, we know that energy is fundamental to everything we do. It keeps our cars fueled, it lights our homes, and it keeps them cool in the summer, thankfully, and warm in the winter. And it will power the computers the students at the Energy Institute will use to explore the challenges that we face in the decades to come. Energy is an integral part of our lives, and going forward, we're going to need innovation in engineering and science to develop safe, sustainable, and economic energy sources to meet the ever-growing demand. In the next few decades, during the career spans of our first graduates from the Energy Institute, increasing population and developing economies will require more energy than ever before. The world's population is expected to increase by 25% between now and 2040. And over the same time period, energy demand will grow by 35%. Meeting that increasing demand will enable hundreds of millions of people around the world to achieve a higher standard of living in the future. The good news is there's plenty of traditional resources for energy remaining in the foreseeable future. Oil, natural gas, and coal will remain the most significant sources, but renewable forms of energy such as biofuels and wind are growing rapidly, and they'll contribute more as they become economically competitive. All of these types of energy are going to require substantial investments of money, time, and human resources in the years to come. We'll need new technology and new infrastructure. We'll need innovations in engineering and science. And perhaps most importantly, no, indeed most importantly, we'll need highly trained, highly skilled individuals who can bring it all together, individuals like you. That's why the Energy Institute High School is so important. For example, we employ more than 18,000 scientists and engineers and 2,000 PhDs. These technical professionals are the backbone of our company, and they're also the backbone of the industry. I applaud the Energy Institute's dedication to help build the next generation of highly trained, highly skilled workers that will power the energy industry's future here in Houston and around the world. We should all take great pride in knowing that the educational experience that will take place inside these doors, inside this building, will go a long way in affording opportunities to shape our industry and the future of energy. On behalf of Exxon Mobil and the Energy Institute Advisory Board, congratulations on the opening of this fine institute.
Thank you, Ms. Ortwine. So we know that research tells us that the most critical aspect to students learning and achieving at high levels is the efforts and impact of that of a teacher. Second to that is an effective leader. And so when the Board of Education approved the development of the Energy Institute High School, I knew exactly who to count on and who to turn to. Ms. Lombropoulos, our principal, started literally the day after the board meeting. She has done an excellent job preparing her staff, recruiting students, building a school-based budget, working with construction, you name it, everything that it takes to develop and begin a brand new school. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Lori Lombropoulos, the first and founding principal of the Energy Institute High School.
Good afternoon. I am so excited to be the leader of this brand new school. I feel like I've been given the opportunity of a lifetime. I foresee such good things for our students, opportunities that will change their lives, and I can't wait to get started. You know, there's that old adage that says it takes a village to raise a child. Well, I think it takes a city to raise a school. And so I'm so glad that everyone here today is so excited and so energetic about getting us started. I look forward to creating a school that will make the city proud and that will provide our students with opportunities that are unique, original, and aligned to what corporations and industry want to see in their upcoming professionals. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm so proud of the teachers that I've hired. They've been working so hard with our students. We've already had our first summer camp, and I've gotten to meet a lot of our students, and it's just the most wonderful feeling in the world to start something from scratch and to see something start from the very beginning that came from nothing. So I look forward to a long, healthy partnership with everyone in the Houston community, everyone in the nation that has come here and been a part of our advisory board today, and anyone who wants to get in on this exciting adventure. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you very much. We also knew that when we began this school that a key element to this success and the future success would be the establishment of some pretty critical partnerships. And many of you know that the Independent Petroleum Association of America and PISA have been working with HISD in several of our comprehensive academies to offer students petroleum engineering academies. When we started this program and this idea, we immediately went to IPAA and PISA and asked them for their support. And Mr. Barry Russell is here today, and without the support of IPAA and PISA, I think that we would be a long way further back than where we are today. I cannot tell you how critical their partnership and their support has been. Mr. Russell joined IPAA in 1980 and has worked with over 30 state and national associations to create IPAA's grassroots network made up of over 50,000 individuals. Mr. Russell has been a strong supporter of the Energy Institute High School from the very beginning and has played a key role in gaining support from energy leaders across the United States. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Barry Russell.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And I am so excited to be here. As you know, I appreciate those kind words. I grew up here in Houston, went through the Houston public school system, and I just can't tell you what an honor it is and how pleased I am to be here and how excited that we are to team with the school district so that we can, I think, provide an experience for the student that transfers some of the booming aspects of what's going on in the energy industry to the student experience, to kind of teach them some of the skills that are going to be needed in this environment, but also for them to kind of answer the question, what's it like to work for a company like Exxon Mobil or some of the smaller companies in the industry? What's it like to work in the offshore, the onshore, with a small company that has stripper wells, in the wind industry? So we think that through the externships that are provided to students, through some of the guest lectures, the scholarships, all of these things, and the fantastic work that from the people that you've already heard from today, we think that we can provide a really unique experience for the students as they go on to college and later life. So thank you very much. We're very excited to be here and very appreciative to be a part of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry. And as I mentioned, IPAA has supported many of our academies. Those academies exist at schools like Westside, Milby High School, the Young Women's College Preparatory Academy. We've asked a former student, Danny Cervantes, to share his experiences in high school as it pertains to STEM-related fields and kind of the experiences and how that academy at Milby High School in partnership with IPAA really helped to change his life. Danny attended Milby High School and was in the Academy of Exploration and Production Technology, where he graduated in 2011 with honors and was ranked number 4 in his class. He is now entering his 3rd year at the University of Texas at Austin, where he is pursuing a degree in petroleum engineering. So Danny, we'd like to welcome you, and he's going to give some brief remarks.
So thank you guys for being here. As mentioned, currently at the University of Texas at Austin. Started out at Mobil High School, 2007. Fall of 2008, I was told about this new academy that was being started, and of course, probably like a lot of the students here, a lot of students will probably enter this institute. I didn't know what to expect. You know, what am I going to do in the oil industry? Am I going to go work on a rig? Am I going to go get dirty? What am I going to do? So as I went through the program, I learned a lot about the industry, learned about all the technology and all the opportunities that were available to students and to engineers. So the first couple years, we did a lot of learning about a lot of geology, a lot of basic oil field terminology, things like that. Towards our junior and senior year, we got more geared towards getting our interview skills ready, getting our resume built. So that eventually helped us in our externships that we gained the next year. And I did mine with Halliburton, and it was great. It was a great experience. It was a great exposure to the industry. So when I was going to graduate, I still knew I wanted to do engineering, but I didn't know what type. So I did talk to parents. I talked to Doris, who was a great mentor, and she got the whole thing started. And she told me, you know, give great consideration to petroleum engineering. You know all the opportunities. You know what you can do with that degree. So when I graduated, I chose petroleum engineering at the University of Texas at Austin. It's been going great so far, and everything that I learned in the academy has helped me a great deal in college. You know, I'm going into classes knowing what they're talking about. I know what a horizontal well is. I know what a sedimentary rock is and what a reservoir looks like, and it's all due to these academies. And the impact of these academies goes a lot beyond students. It helps the communities and the families. My parents look at me and they say, look, you're setting a great example for your brother. He knows he can go to college too. He sees you going to school and going out of town and being on your own. He says, you know, I can do that one day too. And I know a lot of the students here will set that example for their families and their communities, and this school is going to do a great job doing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. And I think what you heard Danny communicate and say is, this is the goal for every one of our students that attends the Energy Institute High School, is to prepare them for jobs, to prepare them for careers, to prepare them to go on to 2- and 4-year institutions, and to make sure they have the skills and qualities that are necessary to be successful in the real world. I really want to thank our students who are here today. I'll tell you, when we talk to students and families and recruiting them to come to this school, it takes a very special family to make a commitment to a brand new school that is just starting out. So to our students and to your parents, I want to thank you for coming on board, for being the first founding class of the Energy Institute High School. You're going to have an experience of a lifetime over the next 4 years, so I do want to thank them. And I also want to thank various other members of Team HISD. Getting us to the point where we are today has really been a team effort. I want to thank Dave Wheat, who's in the back with the Office of School Choice, his team did a lot of great work to help us from recruitment and marketing. I want to thank Randy Adams, who's also in the back, who's overseeing the construction projects going on. We have really had to work as a team to get where we are today. And as we take a tour of the building, you'll see it's not a finished product yet, and that's okay. We've still got 7, 8, 9, 10 days before kids come, but we're going to get there. But I think what you will see and hear from our staff and our administrators is the vision of the types of learning that will take place in these classrooms. At this time, I would like to introduce the President of the Board of Education, Ms. Anna Eastman, to give some closing comments. Let's please welcome Ms. Eastman.
Thank you. Please excuse my tardiness. I've been running around with my own kids registering them for class today, and I cannot express enough the gratitude on behalf of the Board of Education. I have two of my colleagues here, Ms. Paula Harris and Mr. Mike Lunsford, both who are career engineers and work in the energy industry. The way that my family got to Houston was because of the energy industry. I came here kicking and screaming and fell in love with this city, and we have chosen to stay here and raise our family. And I have to talk about going to the IPAA PISA breakfast for the kids who got to participate in the program and the externships, and say that seeing kids who were excited in a way about the energy industry and their education, and listening to you speak about what you learned in high school and being able to articulate and understand what a horizontal well is and all of those things is amazing. And having the partnerships with the organizations and the corporations is exactly the model that we want in HISD. And I think as a board, we're committed to opening schools that families want to choose, that are going to offer our kids lots of options in life. And we appreciate your support, and we appreciate the family's confidence in us. And I also want to note Ms. Lambropoulos. My work with her was through a leadership convocation for students and schools, and to see someone who is committed to kids getting the best in the classroom and having a voice in the process is really, really exciting for this school. So I see us going nowhere but up from here, and I want to thank you again for your support and being here today. And I look forward to watching this school mushroom into something amazing.
right, so at this point in time, we're going to move down and go have our ribbon cutting ceremony.
We all got scissors? We all got scissors. Oh.